Back in the olden days, I don't just mean before COVID, I mean when Snickers were marathons and Starburst were opal fruits, I left junior school in Staffordshire, having, because they were a bit behind to be honest, taken 11 plus and gone to grammar school. There's a huge irony in that, because one thing I knew just about nothing about was grammar, although I did learn some of it thanks to doing some foreign languages. But I recognise in today's verse that there are three verbs, three doing things for us that I think are really important. They come from Micah, who lived, about 700 years before Jesus, and a lot of his book he's condemning Judah for turning away from God. But here we've got a message of God's redemption. To act justly is to seek shalom, wholeness, fairness, justice and integrity in the world, just as God intends for his kingdom, and just as Jesus brought when he lived on the earth as a human. To love mercy is about forgiveness, living in a state of forgiveness. As Jesus taught us in the Lord's Prayer, we ask God to forgive us as we forgive those who sin against us. And as we read in Luke chapter 10, we should love the Lord our God with all our heart, mind, soul and strength, and love our neighbour as ourselves. And finally, to walk humbly. To walk humbly with God because we're in right relationship with him. Biblical humility is about elevating God and not ourselves. It's about putting God's will into action on earth. So today's verse gives us advice, instruction about living a godly life. I think it's a message for today, however far we are in different places coming out of the most severe lockdown. And perhaps the message for a better world is for us to bear these three verbs in mind and not just talk about them, but do them. Act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God.